Good morning. Today we are continuing with working with those fractions. We are doing PO18. I can multiply fractions by whole numbers. When multiplying fractions by whole numbers, it's helpful to think in terms of groups. So 1/3 times 12 is 1/3 of 12. So put 12 into 3 groups, and I want one of those groups. So it's like, what would 1/3 of 12 be, Madeline?
It would be 4.
It would be 4. So if we put 12 into 3 groups, so if I have 1, 2, 3 groups, now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each of my groups is going to have 4 in them. And I want one of my groups. So one group has 4. Another way we can look at that is saying, what can we do to that 12 as a whole number? Anybody know what we can do to a whole number so we can multiply across? Connor?
You put a number and then put the same denominator.
Not the same denominator. We are not adding or subtracting. But a whole number is the same as saying 12 over 1. Because we can take 1 out of 12 times. So a whole number is the same as making that number into a fraction with it being over 1. So then we could multiply across. 1 times 12 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. What have I been saying this fraction bar means? What operation is a fraction bar? Zelda?
Division.
Division. So what we're saying now, after we multiply it across, we're saying 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is that 4. So we can get to it by making our groups. We can get to it by multiplying across and dividing. So let's look at our next one. 1/7 times 35. 1/7 of 35. So we have our 35, and we're going to put them into 7 groups. So I've got my 7 groups, and I'm going to divide up my 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. If I want one group of 7, how many do I get, Madeline? 5. Or we can look at that multiplying across. We can say 35 is 35 over 1. So 1 times 35 is 35. 7 times 1 is 7. And we know that fraction bar means we're going to divide. 35 divided by 7 is 5. So we get the same answer. So let's do the next one. Madison?
Can you also, instead of doing like the entire method, can you just like see if it goes into the number? Because we know that.
So it's a little easier with these first two because we're multiplying by 1.
Okay.
Our next one, we're not multiplying by a 1, so we do have to multiply across.
Okay.
So we have 2/5 of 30. So we're going to put 30 into 5 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to split up that 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So we've got our 30. This time we want two groups. So how many do I have altogether if I need two groups? Madeline? 12. So I have 6 plus 6, so it's 12. Now let's do it with our multiplying method. We put 30 over 1. We're going to do 2 times 30, which is what? 60. 5 times 1 is 5. So now I have to do 60 divided by 5. And 60 divided by 5 is 12. So we can do it by making our pictures. It takes a little bit longer. Or we can do it by multiplying across and then dividing. Our next one is 5/6 of 12. So how many groups do I need? 6 groups. And I have 12. So I'm going to split those 12 up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I need 5 of these groups. So how many do I have all together? If I have 2 in each group and I need 5 of those groups, how many is that? Connor? 10. So now we're going to do our multiplying across and see if we get that same answer. We're going to put 12 over 1. 5 times 12. We just talked up here that 5 times 12 was 60. And I'm going to divide it by 6 times 1. So 6. 60 divided by 6 is 10. Does that make sense on what we're doing when we're splitting up those whole numbers? Let's look at our work for today. It says multiply, and you must show your work. If you are wanting to do the picture method, use that empty page next to it from the back side of yesterday's work, and you can use that as a work page. Or you can get a piece of loose leaf to use as a work page and put it into your binder because we must show our work. Or if you're just going to multiply across, you're going to put your whole number over 1. 1 times 20 is 20. 2 times 1 is 2. And then you have to simplify. 20 divided by 2. Circle your final answer. You must show me what your fraction is that you get when you multiply. And then you can do your dividing. But you have to multiply across first. You have to show your work. So we put 30 over 1. I would do 4 times 30 is 120. 5 times 1 is 5. And then I need to divide that. 30 divided by 5 is 24. Sorry, not 30. 120 divided by 5 is 24. Does this make sense? So when you get to the bottom, we have those word problems like we're going to have on the test, just like we did with the multiplying. You need to really think about what your fraction is, what your whole number is, how you set it up, so you can answer the question. Then we have our time for review. Do those reviews on the bottom. When you are finished, you can come check with me, see how you did, especially with the word problems. Get those checked off. Remember, we are doing Mysteries of the Rosary. So if you are, when you finish your math, you can work on the math packet that's due November 7th. You can work on studying your Mysteries of the Rosary. It is a quiet work time. So let's work quietly. If you are listening to this at home, we hope you are well and we hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.